mysteries out there. Male affection. Let's be completely honest for a second. Guys can often be incredibly hard to read. You know the drill, right? You might have this close guy friend that literally everyone around you swears has feelings for you, but you're absolutely convinced he just sees you as a buddy. Or maybe there's someone special you really like, but you just can't seem to figure out where his head is at. The signals get crossed, the wires get tangled up, and honestly, it can leave you feeling completely in the dark.
Seriously, think about it. Has a guy ever confessed that he's had a massive crush on you out of nowhere, and you literally didn't even have a clue? If you're not in your head right now, or if you're just super frustrated trying to decode all those mixed signals, you are definitely not alone. People hide their feelings for all sorts of reasons. Usually out of a fear of rejection. But the truth, it almost always leaks out in their behavior. Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to build up an analytical toolkit to help you figure out exactly when a guy likes you, focusing on 8 distinct signs straight from psychological research.
To make this super easy to digest, we've built a decoding matrix for this explainer. We're going to group the signs into 3 distinct thematic buckets. First up, decoding nonverbal cues. Next, reading social interactions. And finally, protective behaviors. Let's jump right into our first bucket.
Section 1. Decoding nonverbal cues. Let's look at the subconscious. These are the physical tells that a guy often knowingly or even completely unknowingly sends your way.
Before he even opens his mouth, his body language is literally having a conversation with you. Does he lean in closer when you talk to him? Is he constantly maneuvering to sit or walk right beside you? What about mirroring? Does he subtly copy your actions and gestures? Psychology tells us that these are absolutely incredibly common signs of romantic attraction. Toss mutual eye contact and playful touching into the mix, and well, the picture becomes a whole lot clearer. And this brilliantly illustrates how body language just totally betrays his true feelings. Even self-conscious stuff like suddenly fixing his hair, smoothing his shirt, or just nervous fidgeting, those are massive nonverbal signals that his heart rate is spiking up simply because you're around.
Now, within this whole nonverbal category, there's one sign that is so powerful it absolutely deserves its own spotlight. The unfailing smile. It is so easy to brush off a guy's smile as just him being in a good mood that day, right? But psychology says it's worth taking a second to really notice this. Does he smile at you in greeting every single time without fail? Does he laugh a ton when you're around? Does he seem to instantly perk up the literal second he sees you? That constant cheerfulness specifically directed at you is a massive psychological tell.
If you want to really put this to the test out in the real world, here is a quick, actionable 2-step checklist directly from our source material. Step 1. Notice his mood when he sees you. Does he have a noticeably positive shift the minute he starts talking to you? Step 2. Compare that to how he acts around everyone else. Contrast is your absolute best friend here. Is he just a generally happy, bubbly guy with everyone? Or does he seem remarkably happier and way more smiley specifically when he's with you? If it's the latter, wow, that is a major sign he's into you.
Okay, let's move to Section 2, reading social interactions, and see how this builds. We're shifting from those subconscious physical tells into how he actively chooses to spend his time and direct his conversations when you are together.
Now, what's really interesting here is how incredibly deliberate this filtering process is. When a guy likes you, you've got his absolute attention. He asks personal questions to get to know the real you, he actually listens deeply, and he might even start fishing around about your relationship status or what kind of guys you're into. But pay close attention to the topics he avoids completely. Think back to your last few chats. Has he ever talked about or mentioned other girls around you? If the answer is no, he is intentionally filtering his words. Unless somebody else brings it up, he's avoiding the topic entirely, because he desperately does not want you thinking he is interested in anyone else. He wants to make it crystal clear that he is available.
Beyond just his words, look at his active social efforts. If he secretly has a crush on you, the guy's going to constantly look for excuses to spend more time with you. He's texting you, he's inviting you to hang out, or, if he's on the shyer side and doesn't know you well yet, he might just magically seem to bump into you all the time, hoping it sparks a conversation. Plus, he's going to try his hardest to keep you in a genuinely good mood. He'll crack jokes, goof off, maybe playfully tease you just to get a laugh out of you. He might even shower you with compliments or drop off thoughtful little gifts. He is actively hustling to secure your attention and win your heart.
Which brings us to the third and final section in this explainer, protective behaviors. Because once a guy is drawn to you physically and socially, some very primal instincts start kicking in. He wants to guard you, and he wants to show off his absolute best qualities.
You might start to notice him acting way more protective of you compared to anyone else. For example, he might insist on always walking you home at night just to make absolutely sure you get back safely.
Or if you're at a crowded party, he's going to physically stay right by your side like glue. At the exact same time, he's going to subtly try to impress you. He'll make a visible effort to dress nicer or try to come off as cooler, friendlier, smarter, or even physically stronger when you're looking. These protective, showy actions are just his way of proving that he deeply values you as a person and wants to be a totally reliable presence in your life.
Now, as totally cliché as a guy trying to show off his muscles or his brains might seem, it's actually grounded in hard science. Look at evolutionary psychology. It tells us that humans have this innate hardwired drive to appear as our best, most desirable selves. So the crucial point is that we do this specifically to entice possible romantic partners into pursuing a relationship with us. When he suddenly acts like your personal bodyguard or goes totally out of his way to impress you with some random hidden talent, he isn't just inflating his ego. He's actually acting on a deep evolutionary impulse to prove he's a worthy mate.
So, we've covered the subconscious body language, the deliberate conversational filters, those unfailing smiles, and even the evolutionary need to protect and impress. It's a lot to take in. So, I want to leave you with this final, really provocative question right from our source. Did anyone in particular come to mind as you were watching this explainer?